Hello everyone, I'm Angela Carter and welcome to week 5. Yes, we've made it to the 5th week of me doing weekly tarot and oracle card readings. We've reached a whole hand's worth of counting of weeks so far. So yeah, let's crack on, shall we? Now, I'm obviously still trying to get my viewerships up sky high. Let's reach for the stars, why not? So if you would like to share this video around, I'd be very appreciative of it. Just still building the foundation, me building the foundation. So who can believe it's pretty much mid-July already? Where does the time go? I mean, anyone think we've been in lockdown or something? I don't know. Anyway, in my first weekly video, I did mention the fact, just to give us a little boost, I did mention the fact that I do believe we are all mini miracles. And I did talk about how we fought out hundreds of thousands of other possible human beings to be right here. So we are here for a reason and we need to make it worthwhile. And I thought, how many eggs are in an ovary? So I was thinking, I'll do some little fact checking. And it says that when you're born, we start out with like 1 million eggs in the ovaries. I didn't actually see if it was like 500,000 or a million each, I don't know. Either way, it says about 1 million, so I assume 5. But then as we hit puberty and things start to happen for us once a month usually, then we go down to about 300,000 eggs. It's nice talking about eggs, isn't it? And then, but out of those 300,000, only about 300 or 400 end up like being ovulated. So if you think about it, we fought out 1 million, then 300,000, then we got down to the final 3. It's like X Factor. Then we got down to the final 300 to 400. So we have actually gone down from 1 million, then hundreds of thousands, and then even hundreds of eggs. So we've sifted down, and we've got to the grand final, and now we've won it. We're here in the world. We do exist. That is an important thing, and I think that's not looked upon as much these days. But if anything, whatever you're going through, you're meant to be here, you're alive. So just like in some of my animal videos, animals are just thankful for being alive, and I guess just thankful for being alive right now is an important thing. You are meaningful, okay? Just remember that. You are meaningful, you are meant to be here. You are a fighter. You fought out hundreds of thousands, millions of, 1 million, of other possible human beings to be here. Just checking the time on that. But this is an important thing. So if my video goes over really long, then fine, but you are important. You are loved. On that, a little positive thing that my father actually found for me last week that I want to read out to you. But it was just a passage that someone wrote, and they're into spirituality as well. And it says, as many countries are coming out of lockdown, we are emerging into a new world. Now is a time when we need to be flexible and adaptable. Whatever challenges come your way, use your intuition. This will serve you better than using your logical brain, for the old order has changed, and we will have to do things differently. This is a time to relax and reassess. Reassess your life, for you may never go back to the old. Treat challenges as opportunities. New doors are waiting to be opened, so don't hammer on the familiar ones. Excitement and adventure is in the air. Remember, one of the higher purposes of the pandemic is to slow down, relax, and look at what your soul really wants from this lifetime. Wow. Use this time as a massive opportunity for change. I don't think anything else needs to be said there. I mean, the line that jumps out to me, which is the most important, which is actually spurring, I'm thinking of doing a particular video this week as an added bonus video. Remember, one of the higher purposes of the pandemic is to slow down, relax, and look at what your soul really wants from this lifetime. And many people say we are spiritual beings having a human experience on this earth. So with all that in mind, If you would like a personal reading from me, just get in touch with me via my social media pages. I do that every time, I think. Just send me a message and we can talk about terms. So before this video is then 45 minutes long, let's get on with the tarot, shall we? Because after that passage that I just read out, I'm interested to find out the energies. So let's head over to the table. Actually, I'm going to go this way. Come on, guys! Okay, so you can't get rid of me that easily. I'm still here for me 5th week. I'm still sticking at it. I'm still going to keep going with it. Going with my weekly tarot readings. I've raised the camera a bit higher so the shuffle on camera doesn't look as dodgy as it has done in the past. Very close to camera. So I'm going to give this a go. It's the weekly energies for the collective for this coming week. Starting the 13th of July. Let's do this. Right, Tarot, what you got to tell me? I will edit out the majority of the shuffling until I get some cards. I think I'm only going to take jumpers, really. Well, you was literally, you two were sliding out. I'll take you two. You wanted to come out that way. Oh, hello. You wanted to come out. Hello. When I said jumpers, and now my cards are like flying all over the place. Let me have a look at these cards first, and then I will see if I need any more. Right, I feel like this story is not over, so I'm going to get 2 more cards. I feel like we need a whole table spread. What have we got to add to these energies? Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, okay, fine. Blimey. Yeah, that kind of adds to the story. What I've been looking at, just give me a minute. Okay, so this spread this week is quite dramatic, I think, shall we say. It seems quite dramatic, back and forth, to and fro energy. Hold on, let me shut that window. Talking of dramatic energy, the traffic just gets more and more these days. Anyway, this energy is fairly back and forth, to and fro, fairly more serious than other readings sometimes. But all readings are serious, but this one seems to be more direct-ish in its message. We have the 9 of Swords, the Queen of Coins or Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Wands in reverse, which has come up for me in personal readings and in collective readings over the last 5 weeks. So that seems to be the norm. 3 of Coins or Pentacles, the Fool in reverse, the 5 of Swords, the Empress and the Tower right at the end. I've switched them around because the Tower did come out last. Let's start at the top with the 9 of Swords. Now, the 9 of Swords, come into focus, get a bit closer. There we go. The 9 of Swords is what many people, including myself really, like to call the 4 AM card. As you can see here in this particular tarot deck of mine, the Tarot Grand Lux, it's quite a dramatic one. The 4 AM card, thoughts in the night, the demons awake in the night. What thoughts you have at 4 AM, unless they're put into practical action in the morning with daylight, they're not really useful. They're sort of like, they're not helpful or constructive. Sometimes there are a lot of fear, anxieties in the night, alone, when you're alone in the dark. I mean, this quite scary face coming through her bedroom window. And she's like, oh my God. And look, she's holding her forehead. So it's all about being up in your head. The thoughts that come in the night, the demons that come knocking at your door. And affect your sleep, affect your mental health, affect your clarity. Because swords are air energy. So it's like communication, clarity. You're coming to the completion of something as well. Because 9s usually you're coming to the completion of something. Something's coming to an end, nearly there. So this just may be all of us with our anxieties, what's going on in the world right now. It makes sense for it to be the first card out, really. Let's move on to the next one with the Queen of Coins. I'm going to say coins because these cards are actually coins. Let's focus up. There you go. Now, because the Queen of Coins is the next energy, is what I see is like almost like the Divine Mother, but I think the Empress is... We'll get onto the Empress in a minute. Down here, hello. They're like waving at each other. So literally the Empress and the Queen of Coins, they are about earth energy, and the Divine Mother and the Queen of Pentacles coins is stability, She's the calm, collected, caring queen. She holds that pentacle tight towards her heart. She's affectionate, she's loving. Also, some of my favourite animals are on this card as well. And butterflies as well. Just note the butterflies. That's quite a scorpionic energy of like transformation, coming out of the dark, rebirth. So, and also nature, things being born, growth, the stable queen. So it goes from instability to stability, back to kind of instability, but you need your rest. Again, being in bed. This is the Four of Swords. So there's like a bed theme with these two particular swords. This is where you need the rest. You need to take time to rest and gather your thoughts. He's more dreaming about, sort of, maybe dreaming about victory. And dreaming of a way of getting there. You can see the flow. It's almost like a rainbow bridge, the flow of him dreaming. I mean, he could be dead. He could have died in battle, but this is more about take time for R&R, some rest and relaxation, to contemplate your next move. And contemplation also comes into play with the Four of Cups. This is an ethereal, thinking about maybe the future, thinking about higher power, not knowing what to do, looking up to the heavens. Because there's three cups that are either full or empty, whichever way you want to look at it, like the glass half full, the glass half empty. But you're always longing for that fourth cup. It's almost like waiting for that fourth cup to come in, but you have to be wary of the fourth cup coming in. Think about what you've actually got in terms of stability, because these cups are stable. This is like drifting in the ether, in the clouds. It's not yet come down to you yet, but you're dreaming more about that than you're dreaming about what you've got in front of you. And it is about, I can relate to this energy kind of in terms of, you can't control everything. You can't control the world. You can't control whether things come to you quickly or whether things come to you at the time you want them to. Sometimes it is all about divine timing. And I know divine timing can be quite wishy-washy, but especially in the world we're living in right now, I think everything has been put on pause for certain people. And people are having to start again. And it's about looking what you have got and not concentrating so much on the fears. Just work your way through it with rest and new growth.